Hey, I'm back. Just in case you thought what I've been talking about was weird, you better strap in and put the seatbelt on because it's about to get so much weirder. Well, not really, actually. I'm actually going to do an overview of videos I made a long time ago, actually, but adding some stuff to it and basically proving that this is a birth and that the first 911 was a copulation ritual, symbolically represented in this scene and other scenes in Ipetgoat2. And what else this represents is, oh, come on, stupid computer. So you see how you have, well, I'm not going to get into details here, but the point is that the energy from that ritual, that sacrifice, has worn out. And what does she need? More sacrifices. But she's not getting them because what's that happening? That's the solar nova. That's the supernova. That's Horus birthing. She got what's coming to her, Lilith. She got what was coming to her. There's some DNA back there, by the way. I'm not going to get into that. Okay. So just as a quick overview about how this coronal mass ejection or solar nova, I'm not entirely sure. It's like a combination of what appears to be coronal mass ejections and a supernova. I mean, if you look at pictures of both, it looks like it could be a blend, but there's a ring of fire that continuously emits from the sun when he births out of when Horus births out of the earth, literally out of the earth, the literal earth. Here's the birth canal. So I made a video about this about a year ago, but newer people might not know this, and I'm not the only one who's talked about this either. But you see how that's the dilated birth canal that he's come out of, which is Mother Earth, or presumably the United States. They'll literally rip open in half, rip open, like this massive chasm will split the U.S. in half, and he will come out. And it's simultaneously from the Earth and from the Sun. So the Sun, S-U-N, Sun, S-O-N. And you have a crowning. Just in case you don't know, let me read it to you. Baby crowning. You may not have heard Johnny Cash's 1963 hit song Ring of Fire, but if you've had a baby or are planning to in the near future, the term may be all too familiar. Crowning is often referred to as the ring of fire in the birthing process. It's when your baby's head becomes visible in the birth canal after you've fully dilated. It's the home stretch in more ways than one. Crowning, like coronavirus, right? Crowning the head. Where else did we see the head being crowned or the crowning baby? This isn't the only scene we've seen the crowning baby, have we? No. What is Obama stepping on? He's stepping on the crown, and here is Horus birthing out of the lotus. He's stepping on the crown of Horus because Lilith threw it back to him and says, "No, bitch, it's your baby." And he's like, "Oh, damn. Well, we're gonna have to reset the whole damn thing now, aren't we?" So he's nervous. He knows what that means. Volcanic eruptions that never end, earthquakes that never end, solar explosions, all kinds of stuff. Interesting how that works, doesn't it? And that's also a representation of his seed impregnating Osiris. So that's not just a sweat gland. I'm not gonna get back into it, but you get a point. You get the point there. One more thing about this scene. There is a person who says, this Russian guy actually, who thinks that this event will be October 25th this year. He's actually made some pretty convincing videos. There is a partial solar eclipse in Scorpio on October 25th. I am not entirely convinced, obviously, because the dates are always wrong, as we know. I'm much more inclined to believe that what we're facing is going to be in 2024 or later, um, maybe 2028 or later. I don't know, but not necessarily right now. But who knows? I don't know. Nobody does. And screw the dates. We're always wrong. I am going to talk about them just like for, to keep a record as a reference. And one more reference to the Ring of Fire. You have Kali dancing around the Ring of Fire because this is CERN. CERN is involved. This is a combination of technology and ritual magic. Combination working together in conjunction to bring to penetrate into our dimension, baby Horus. And there are things in the sky that are mitigating this birth process, or at least there's an attempt being made to mitigate it. What the hell am I talking about? The chemtrails. There's the white sun. All of these things, they're basically masking the effects of the crowning of the bursting sun. So what we've been seeing up there in the sky all these years is a film or like a mesh in the sky that's like a protective barrier to protect us from the overwhelmingly powerful effects from this ritual magic process, which, if they're not careful, can destroy the entire world, and they likely will. Um, but that's what I think. I don't have anything to back that up. That's just my opinion. And my opinion also is that these blood marker points and ciphers to the key to unlock this dimension. And when I say this dimension, I literally believe that these deities or fallen angels or whatever you want to call them they're upside down. Okay, we're unable to see them because they're in reverse of us. In a reverse world, they're essentially in what I believe is a makeshift or copy of ancient Egypt. They are residing in essentially what is like a timeless copy of the height of the real Egypt. I'm not talking about what the history books say. I'm talking about the real power of Egypt. They created this dimension for themselves and are siphoning energy and blood sacrifice from our realm in order to feed their own. And there's like, I don't want to get into all that right now, but these blood moons and solar eclipses, lunar and solar eclipses, are they're sort of distractions from the crowning sun, from the crowning birth. They're marker points, they're ciphers, they unlock codes to unlock this gateway to birth Horus, but they're also distractions because how Mandela affected they are. These eclipses just look totally ludicrous to most people who are able to see them for what they are, because chances are these are machines, um, working in conjunction with CERN, and CERN is creating the tunnel effect of the birth canal. It's basically uh, basically penetrated the tunnel through the corona of the sun, and that's why we keep seeing all these changes, because it's punching through space time in that way shifts our reality, because we're speeding up through time, because they literally open the portal into the sun, and now the ring of fire grows and grows and grows, and the end result of this growth um, is the solar nova. And on the clitoris, of course, is the head of a devil, because who else would it be in this cartoon? And so he birthed simultaneously from the earth and the sun. Of course, he's Egyptian, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you think this is on his head? Why do you think the Eye of Horus is on his forehead? Because that's who he is. Just because he has a ginger hair and Caucasian complexion doesn't mean anything. Maybe Egyptians did look like that, or many of them did. Appearances can be deceiving. Um, you're expecting some dark-skinned Middle Eastern man, but instead you have a redhead, and that is what it is. You know. Oh boy. Anyway, what else? I was gonna say something else. I really was. Oh well, I was gonna show you stars. These are CGI renderings mostly, and computer graphics overlaid on top of Hubble images, but it's like the idea of a nova explosion. So they're essentially artificially inducing this solar nova, or maybe not. Maybe it's time, maybe it's cyclical, maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe they're using CERN to speed up the process to get him here quicker, while it's normally many tens of thousands of years. I don't know. But it's the crowning, it's the ring of fire, and this is a coronal mass ejection here. Yeah, so see, it's like a combination of both. But I think the reason why it's like this in the cartoon is deliberate, to show that, specifically to show a ring of fire, a birth. And there's asteroids coming out too. You see the asteroids? There's asteroids, yeah. So yeah, I don't know about this October 25th thing in Scorpio. I'm not gonna give that much credit. I'm not geared towards that, but I don't know, like, whatever. I don't care. I'm not particularly too thrilled of this deity's arrival anyway, especially if he's gonna burn away the world or destroy a big chunk of the world. This is nothing to really be excited about. And as I've talked about, and all these sickening rituals involved in bringing this through, this is real malevolence we're talking about here. This is true darkness, true evil. I'm not saying that it's all evil and all hopeless, not by a long shot. It's not. There's good too. But I think this ritual is. Well, I mean, do you think good things when you think of the, procreation ritual, the first event? Does that bring about happy thoughts? No, it doesn't, because it wasn't a happy event. Okay, yeah, so these eclipses mask the crowning of the sun. They're like a giant solar shield in the sky, basically preventing, or at least attempting to shield us from the intense radiation. We already see the sun brightening more and more intensely all the time. But if those shields and things weren't up in the sky, we would probably be roasting alive by now, aka global warming or climate change or blah blah blah, whatever the hell they're making up as an excuse for their ritual. Um, okay, there was something else I actually wanted to say, but I honestly totally forgot. But it's totally okay. I'll do a live stream tomorrow on a different subject, and then maybe a couple more videos on this, and hopefully that'll be over with. This infamous scene with the mysterious date no one ever gets. I mean, it is a calendar, okay? It is. What type of calendar? Nobody knows. Are these months behind her? Are they days? Are they years? Nobody truly knows. There's a lot of evidence pointing to July. There really is, for whatever year this is going to be. But there's also a lot of evidence pointing to April. So that's why this crap is designed to be as confusing as frickin' possible. It's designed for people who are in the know, basically, to be able to see it. And that's not a lot of people. Not a lot at all. I'm talking about truly in the know. That's all, folks.